starting by saying hello or good afternoon in every one of your languages, but then I realized that would probably take up most of my time. So instead, let's do the reverse. On the count of 3, I want to hear everyone in the audience say good afternoon in your native language. 1, 2, 3. That was as beautiful as I was hoping it would be. Thank you. That's fantastic. All right, so thank you for being here today. Thank you to the University of Washington. Thank you to FIUTS for all that you do to build international awareness and cross-cultural communication. To all of you, welcome to Seattle. Welcome to the University of Washington. And welcome to the most important and best time of your life. Right now, I'm sure you're hyper-aware of all the different things here. All your senses are overloaded. You notice different smells and sights and sounds and feelings. You notice that the weather is different, the order of traffic is different, or maybe if you're from Germany or Scandinavia, the disorder of traffic. The mountains, the water, the green, the language, the money, the culture, everything is different. The food, I'm sure, is different. I know that we have restaurants representing cuisines from around the world here, and you'll probably find restaurants that represent, your cuisine from your home country. But even that's a little bit different because the ingredients are sourced locally. Except for McDonald's. McDonald's tastes the same here and everywhere else. So if you need some comfort food, there's always McDonald's. I know these things. I've been in your situation, actually several times. Since I was 16 years old, I've sought international experiences at every opportunity. And since then, I've traveled to nearly 110 countries, most of your countries, I'm sure. So what happened when I was 16? Let me tell you. It has to do with my parents. And this story is a little bit special because my parents are here. I still invite them to my speeches. So when I was 16, my dad had me tag along on a business trip to England. He worked for Boeing, a local company here for 40 years. And so I got to see an international country when I was 16 years old. And the experience blew my world wide open. I was fascinated by everything. The funny accents, the strange sense of humor, the cars on the wrong side of the road, the weird food, like gammon steak, which I learned is not a steak, it is a slab of ham with an egg on top. Do we have Brits here? Yeah, all right. So you know gammon steak. All right. Anyway, I became utterly enamored with international travel. You know, when your parents, you let your children fly from the nest, usually they flutter out of the nest and they fly around and then they come back to the nest a few times. But when my parents took me and said, okay, you're flying from the nest, I jumped out of the nest and I flew all the way to the horizon, and my parents looked at each other and said, wait, where did he go? What happened to her? Is he ever coming back? So what happened was after graduating University of Washington, I joined the Peace Corps, and I went to a little island country, Tonga, and I arrived there not knowing the language, the culture, or much of anything, really. It wasn't easy at first, obviously, but it was a life-changing experience. I didn't mean it to be, actually. I graduated from the Foster School of Business here, and I had every intention of becoming a high-powered consultant. But instead, after the Peace Corps, I set my sights on having an international career, and I haven't looked back since. After the Peace Corps, I traveled around the world for over a year. I went to graduate school at Georgetown, and then I joined the State Department, and I worked in India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Tajikistan, Thailand, Mexico, and Pakistan. I did finally return to the nest last year, and now I'm the International Affairs Director for the Mayor of Seattle. But not for long. In a month, I will go to Honduras, and I will work at the U.S. Embassy there. Point is, I know what you're going through, and it's exciting. Everything is different. Everything is new. Each one of you will no doubt encounter moments of real homesickness, Living in a foreign country can be scary. It can be lonely, it can be frustrating. People in Seattle, they don't cross the street until the light tells them to. Keep this in mind. People here don't like to honk their horns, so if you are driving, stay away from the horn. And you have to tip a lot at restaurants, which I know is different for some of you. It's annoying, but you gotta do it. And there will be moments that you crave your food. You know, real street tacos, or bangers and mash, couscous, borscht, polenta, adobo, kebabs, empanada, panangay, bunny chow, gado-gado, feijoada, whatever. I know it's hard when you miss these foods, but remember, when you do get back, when you do finally go home, the foods will taste all that much better. But while you're here, enjoy the adventure, enjoy the people you meet around you, who are like you and me. There is something about us that constantly seeks something new. Something about us that allowed us to leave our home, our nests, the place that we knew best with our friends and our family. And there's something about us that constantly seeks different things. But you know what's not different from one culture to another, from one country to another? Friendship. You can make friends with people anywhere in the world, no matter how different they are. You will get to know people here, in this room, in this university, in this city, and in this country. And you'll learn about them and their cultures and their ideas, and you'll discover that in the end, we're not actually all that different. And that is your responsibility as international exchange students. You must make friendships. You must build bridges. You must find ways to link your country to Seattle, to the United States, and also from your country to the country of every other person in this room. That is the key to creating unity in the future of this world. Spread the message that people everywhere in the world are generally good, and they want peace, they want prosperity, and they want happiness for their children. Most conflict occurs from not understanding whole groups of people, or even whole countries. So it is up to you to break down cultural divisions and misunderstandings. I've been working on this since I was 16 years old, and I'm thrilled that you all are going to join me on this journey. The future of the world, the future of our children, the future of their children is counting on us. Thank you very much.